The Florida Panthers managed to pull off the Game 4 overtime victory against the New York Rangers in overtime to now tie this series up at 2, heading back to New York now for Game 5. So in today's video, we're going to talk about this game and kind of talk about this series going forward as a whole as well. Starting off here with a lineup update for the New York Rangers, we ended up seeing veteran forward Blake Wheeler finally make his return back to the lineup after missing a few months there due to an injury. Unfortunately, obviously, he missed quite a while, but he was back in the lineup for this game. I thought he played pretty decent there on that fourth line alongside Barclay Gaudreau and Matt Rempe. And Hedl ended up getting put out of the lineup there as he was a healthy scratch. Of what we kind of heard there, it doesn't seem like it is, part of his concussion issues. It just seems like he's kind of getting some rest there as he was, just kind of making his return back in that Carolina series there. So obviously getting him a little rest here definitely can't hurt too much. As he's already, back to back games now, there's no extra days off there. It's, one game, day off, one game. So obviously, giving a guy like that a bit extra rest there definitely can't hurt too much, but I definitely would like to see Hedl back in the lineup for Game 5 back in New York. Starting off here in the first period, the Rangers, I would say, had a better start than they did in Game 3 here, but we did see Erik Gustafsson end up taking a penalty for roughing 4 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. Rangers kill that off there, and then a few minutes after that, we end up seeing Anton Lundell take a 2-minute penalty for high sticking, and on that power play, the Rangers finally score their first power play goal of this series in the Eastern Conference Finals as Vincent Trocheck ends up winning the faceoff back. The Rangers get possession. Adam Fox passes to Artemi Panarin down low, and then we see Artemi Panarin find Vincent Trocheck in the high slot there, and he buries the one-timer bar down on Sergei Bobrovsky there. So definitely nice to see the Rangers finally score there on the power play, as up until that point, up until this game, they were 0 for 8. So seeing them obviously score here, that was definitely a very good sign. And now going on to the second period, we ended up seeing the Rangers play quite a bit worse than they did in the first period. I would say the Panthers put on a lot more pressure and definitely played better themselves in that second period. Had a lot more scoring chances as well as the game went on. But for the Rangers there in the second period, Igor Shesterkin continued to play fantastic. And then we saw, though, with just over 11 minutes left in the second period there, the Panthers finally get on the board as we end up seeing Sam Bennett. He skates in there, takes a shot, and ends up hitting Igor Shesterkin in the kind of the shoulder there, kind of rolls over back behind him, and then we see an unfortunate bounce there as Sam Bennett kind of pokes it. It ends up going to the back of the net there, and it ends up tying the game up at 1. An unfortunate bounce. And we have seen, a few goals by the Panthers, kind of be a little lucky bounces at points. I'm not saying, they're all bad goals, but I'm just saying a few of these goals we have seen so far by the Panthers have definitely been on some pretty good bounces on the Panther side of things, and definitely been a little unfortunate for the Rangers, unfortunately. And that goal was assisted by Gustav Forsling and Sergei Bobrovsky. But now taking a look here, a few minutes later, we end up seeing Barclay Gaudreau take a 2-minute penalty for putting the puck over the glass. And then we see there on that power play for the Panthers, Barkov ends up making a pass down low to Matthew Tkachuk, and he tries to pass out front to Carter Verhaeghe, but it ends up deflecting off Erik Gustafsson's stick up in the air, hits Carter Verhaeghe in the chest, then hits Erik Gustafsson, bounces back up in the air, and Verhaeghe ends up smacking it in the back of the net there to give the Panthers a 2-1 lead at this point. So kind of a lucky bounce there, obviously. There was 3 deflections there where it does not go the Rangers' way at all. Hits Gustafsson's stick up in the air, off Verhaeghe's chest, off Gustafsson himself, goes back up in the air perfectly for Verhaeghe to smack it in. A goal is a goal. It counts, obviously, but man, that is a little unlucky on the Rangers' part. Definitely did not go the Rangers' way by any means on those bounces, unfortunately. And now going on into the third period, where we end up seeing the Panthers' fourth line ice the puck against the Rangers' fourth line. So they're stuck out there. The Rangers put on the line of Lafreniere, Trocheck, and Panarin. Rangers get possession of the puck there, and Adam Fox makes a nice little spin move. He ends up making like a backhand pass or a backhand shot, whatever it was, in the air over to Lafreniere, backdoor, who ends up smacking it in the air off of Bobrovsky and in the back of the net there to tie this game up at 2. A nice, obviously, hand-eye coordination there by Adam Fox, kind of like it was on that Verhaeghe goal there, but not quite as many lucky bounces there for the Rangers as they end up tying the game there to make things 2-2, and this game ends up going all the way to overtime now, where Mika Zibanejad ends up making a terrible pass just inside the Panthers' blue line there. They end up going down on a breakaway. Blake Wheeler skates back there, gets a 2-minute penalty for hooking, and on that power play, pretty much right as it started, we end up seeing the Panthers score just a few seconds in there as Alexander Barkov feeds Sam Reinhart in the slot, and he buries the one-timer past Igor. And I would definitely not blame Blake Wheeler for this, penalty happening at all there. That was on Miki Zibanejad. Wheeler tries to skate back there, ends up taking the penalty on Alexander Barkov, who had a breakaway. So it's not the worst idea in the world to take a penalty there. It's unfortunate the Panthers obviously scored pretty much right away as well, but that's on Miki Zibanejad there. He has to make a better play, whether just dumping it down low, taking a shot, looking for someone else, doing anything else would have been so much better. And I mean, it is what it is. It's a mistake. It's going to happen here and there, but that was a big mistake. That definitely is a massive reason of why the Rangers ended up losing this game. And you might say, well, hey, Rangers got to work this game. They didn't deserve the win anyways. You could say that the last game as well, for example, right? But the Rangers still came out with the win there in overtime. That's all that matters. It takes one shot to have a tip in off Alex Wennberg sticking in there or whatever it is. It takes one shot to go in, and that can be the overtime game winner, whether you've got to work the whole game or not. It doesn't matter. In overtime, it's one goal to win the game. That's kind of unfortunate there because the Rangers, battled their to overtime. They got there. Igor played fantastic, made so many great saves. I mean, Igor Shesterkin once again had a phenomenal game there. He ended up stopping 36 out of 39 shots he faced. He was fantastic, was a huge part in why the Rangers made it to overtime there, and unfortunately, we could not see the Rangers pull through with the win for him. And overall in this game, I would say the first period wasn't too bad at all by the Rangers, but the second and third was much, much worse. And for the special teams here, the overall special teams in this series has not been good enough for the Rangers either. We knew this was a strength on the penalty kill and the power play for the Rangers going into this series and for the entire regular season. But up until now, so far in this series, the Rangers are 1 for 11 on the power play and 10 for 15 on the penalty kill. That is not good enough at all. The PK is not good enough, and the power play has been terrible as well. It's got to be a lot better here. One power play goal on 11 attempts for a team who was supposed to have a very, very good power play is just not good enough. It has to be better. And so does the penalty kill as well. The penalty kill was one of the best in the entire NHL in the regular season. It was third best. Now it's obviously not doing too good at all. And some other takeaways from this game, I would say Lafreniere continued to play fantastic. I mean, he gets another goal here. He now has 7 goals and 6 assists in 14 games played in the playoffs so far. He has been quite fantastic. He continues to play great, but the rest of this Rangers team definitely needs to play a lot better. Trocheck was also pretty good, I thought, in this one. I think Panarin and Foxy played a bit better in this game than we have seen so far in the rest of this series for them, so that was nice and a positive. But the defensive zone mistakes, once again, not being able to clear the puck at times or making a bad pass. I mean, Trouba continued to make a bunch of defensive zone mistakes. I thought this team has to be better defensively. I know the Panthers put on a lot of pressure and a lot of forechecking and stuff like that, but they have to be more responsible and better in their own zone. They got to get the puck out more, and they definitely have to start getting some more offensive zone time. Otherwise, they're going to get more tired, and it's just going to get worse and worse from there. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please smash the like button. It helps out the channel a ton. I would really appreciate it. If you are a Rangers fan, don't forget to subscribe for daily New York Rangers content. And also don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on this Game 4 loss by the New York Rangers. And also, what do you think is going to happen in the rest of this series as well? Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next one. Bye.